artist is nothing without the gift, but the gift is nothing without the work. Emile Zola. Have you ever struggled to understand the meaning of a quotation? When I first encountered this quotation, it drove me crazy. The artist is nothing without the gift, but the gift is nothing without the work. I scoured the internet. I called the library. I've struggled in vain to truly understand this for years. I consulted miscellaneous sources. Do you understand why this would be so frustrating for me to understand this text? I'm an ordained minister with a graduate degree and 25 years of experience in dealing with ancient mystical texts that are full of theological meaning. And I can't understand this quote. The artist is nothing without the gift, but the gift is nothing without work. Call me Captain Ahab. And this quote is my Moby Dick. The meaning of this quote has eluded me for so long, and I think it is finally surfacing in the context of my everyday work. Sometimes in order to grasp something, we have to start at the end to grasp the beginning. So I'm looking at this and I'm thinking about the gift as being nothing without the work. My work happens in the context of interpersonal relationships. I do a lot of coaching and tutoring and training adults in one-on-one and very small classroom situations. And so in this context, I'm beginning to understand a little bit more of what this quote means. And it's leading me to a series of questions that I hope you'll consider about the significance of the encounters of the people that you meet and what this ultimately could potentially mean for you. What does it mean for your work and for your gift and for yourself? Well, let's think about the artist is nothing without the gift, but the gift is nothing without work. Let's start with this idea that work is an intersection of my gifts with the gifts of others. So when I have an intersection, this is when two people meet or two things come together. In fact, in mathematics, it has a mathematical significance that there's a set of elements that now have more in common than they did previously. So when I meet someone, one of the first questions I should ask is, what do I have in common? And this is usually a springboard. Even in severe disagreement, you've heard the saying, when you meet someone, find the 1% that you can agree on and agree on that 1%, 100%. So when I'm meeting people, I ask myself, is this an intersection? What do I have in common with this person? I want to be working on a project, and as I'm working on it, soon I want it to begin to work for me. So as I meet people, I find that in my coaching and in my tutoring that many times I receive more than the person that I'm trying to help. Those things seem so trite. Earlier in your life when you hear someone say, well, the student will teach you more than the teacher will teach, or you'll learn more from your children than you will teach your children. All those things sound trite, but I found in the intersection of these relationships that can be true. That there's so much to learn when the work that I do shares gifts with other people, and they share their gifts with me. The artist is nothing without the gift, but the gift is nothing without work. So you want to put the two ideas together of work and giftedness. And I think those two suggest a nexus. And what a nexus is a place of connection where as we work together it leads to something more. It's actually a biological term. It describes the place in a cell membrane where all the connections are made. I think of Toastmasters being a nexus, where all of us bring our work and we bring our gifts and we come together, and really we have a lot more together than we would have ever had separately. So when I come to an encounter, I ask this question: could this be a means of connection? Could this be a nexus? Could this meeting be leading to something more? Pericles said, what you leave behind is not what is engraved in monuments, but what is woven into the lives of others. So I ask myself in my encounters with others, what are we weaving together? What am I weaving into their life, and what are they weaving into mine? And it's giving me more perspective on the quote and on the relationship. The artist is nothing without the gift, and the gift is nothing without work. And this suggests another idea, that the work and the gift create something called a parallax for the artist. Now, a parallax is a change in perspective based on one's observation point or point of view. So in the terms of astronomy, it means that certain constellations appear differently based on where you are on planet Earth. So as you move around, the universe hasn't changed, but your perception of the universe has changed based on your perspective, based on where you are. And I found this to be true and so amazing that we think we have a body of work to do. We think we have certain gifts to bring. And we find out that what life has orchestrated for us is truly change for us personally. So many times we think we are here to do something, or we're here to do something with someone. And it's amazing how the focus can be ourselves, how the change can truly come to us. Emile Zola also said, a work of art is a corner of nature seen through a temperament. So the idea here is he changes with the work, and he sees life differently as he perceives work. And can't we all say that because of our encounters, not only have we changed the lives of other people, but many times we're the ones that have changed the most. You know, the American Management Association says that management is getting work done through people. Well, you can flip that around and think about this, that work many times can be getting people done through work. When you think about the changes that take place in the people that are actually doing the work. So ask yourself these questions about the encounters that you have. Is your work a place where your gifts intersect? Are you in a place where your life is woven into the life of others? And how much have you changed as a result of your working your gift? I think I'm closer to understanding the meaning of this quotation. I certainly hope so. But I'm learning this meaning not from textbooks or the library or Wikipedia. I'm learning it from you. And I'm learning it from these encounters that I have with others. When I was in my 20s, I wanted to change the world. When I grew into my 30s, I just wanted to change my neighborhood and community. Now in my 40s, I just really want to change me, Madam Toastmaster.